Everyone. Thanks for being here. Week 12 of 12. We did it. Tonight we're going to practice everything, the whole show. So we'll go ahead and start by practicing. And then at the end, I'll share just a couple of slides to finish up. So we're going to start with aura cleansing. We'll do pineal gland exercise. And then we'll do our running the energy and listening in and Joseph's coat. And then we'll come out of meditation and talk about our cards and have one little fun thing to leave you with. All right, so we're comfy and we're cozy. And our aura cleanse helps us to quickly sort of change your mental state, change your energetic state. This is something that you can do anytime, anywhere. When you're at home privately, add an om, sort of oomps up your vibes. So it's nice firm pressure, make it feel good like a massage. 2 fingers firm from the bridge of the nose. Remember, this is our the seat of our personality. One of the areas in the body where your spirit or your consciousness or your soul is connected to your physical form is tied right here at the bridge of the eyes and at the base of the spine. And so by loosening, this aura cleanse helps to loosen that a little bit to help us let go of our fixations, our mental habit patterns, our emotional habit patterns, the perspective from which we view the world become habits, and that we are less and less independent thinkers and more just automatons reacting. So loosening this tie to your physical form will help loosen up those bonds. You'll also remember that when we come out of meditation, that's where we focus to realign our consciousness into our physical form, which is important as we're going throughout our day to be grounded in our body. So if you're ever feeling unsettled or ungrounded or, off in la la land, can't focus, then placing your attention here at the bridge of the nose is a good way to quickly ground and realign. But anyway, for the sake of an aura cleanse, we'll practice loosening that a little bit. So it's firm pressure down under the cheekbones, up to the temples, and then you close the ears and and you shake it off 3 times. And the 3rd is always for good measure. And it feels good, and it feels like refreshing. And chanting Om aloud with the ears closed intensifies the vibration within the head. You hear it more and you feel it more. Aura cleanse. Next, pineal gland exercise, also 3 times. This one is really made more effective with powerful breath. So it looks like listening in, and we start with our head down to the chest. We're closing off our ears with our thumbs, gently close the eyes, and also we're closing off the nostrils, so we're shutting down external stimuli. Powerful breath back. Forceful exhale back down. When you're up at the top, you're holding your breath just as long as you can. Inhale back. And then use your fingers and rub your eyes and cheeks a little bit. And one more time. Rub your eyes, rub your cheeks. And notice a sensation of cooling and also of your energy being drawn upwards into the head. The pineal gland exercise is designed to stimulate and awaken the pineal gland itself in the center of the brain, from laying forward to moving into an upright position in line with the spine and the top of the head. So practice the pineal gland exercise before you sit down to run the energy, which we will do now. Upright, ankles crossed, thumb and forefinger together, palm down on the thighs or knees. Eyes relaxed, close gently. Attention at the top of the head. See, feel, or imagine building up golden energy. And with so much practice, the energy comes easily and readily. We take this golden ball and move it into the forehead, our willpower chakra. And then sort of release that ball, let it flow down over the face and neck. And then across your shoulders and down each arm. And not just over the surface, within the body. Feel it through the elbows and wrists, into the hands. And we just leave it sit. Take our attention back to the top of the head. Golden light, please. The second movement, move the energy into the forehead, and then direct it back throughout the brain. And at the back of the skull, send the energy down the spine, within the spinal column. Asking that it clear any blockages, make its way freely. All the way down the sacrum and coccyx. And then continue through the hips and divide it down each leg. The energy from your palms gets pushed into the legs. It all moves down over the knees, through the calves, and out the feet. Dissolves away. Attention back to the top of the head. Golden light, please. Move the energy into willpower. And then down the face and neck, shoulders and arms. Feel warmth or tingling in your palms. Go back to the top of the head. Golden light is there waiting. Move it into the forehead. And then back through the brain. It becomes less and less a step by step by step movements and just a flow. It moves with your breath. Just allow it to flow. Through the brain and down the spine. Hitting each vertebrae. And all those nerves. Feel it in the tailbone. And move it down the legs. Get that energy from our hands so we can flush it all out. The bottom of the feet. And let it go. And go back to the top of the head. More golden light. We direct it into willpower, strengthening and clarifying our will, allowing us to control and direct the energy. Down the face, and neck and shoulders, arms, leaving it in the hands, going back to the top of the head. One final movement. Move the energy into willpower. And then back through the brain. Moving down the spine, trusting the energy to go where it needs to go. It's healing and loving. All the way to the base of the spine, tip of the tailbone, coccyx. Now through the hips and down each leg. And with the energy from the hands, let it all go, down the legs, out the feet, washed away, cleansed from the inside. Take your attention back to the top of the head. As we practice simple meditation, you may continue to think about, ask for golden light here. Feel it washing down over you. Connect breath with mantra for simple meditation. Inhale, repeat, I am. Exhale, the light. It can be helpful to visualize a miniature version of your body, 2-3 inches tall, sitting on top of your head. That you are that mini me. I am the light. Centered in stillness. I find that space between breaths. I am the light. in this still, quiet space. Let's practice listening in. We have more quiet from which to begin. Fingers gently over the eyes, ears pretty tight. About 5 breaths. Lower the arms. Hear the silence. Remember to gently roll the eyes back as if you're trying to look inside your head. And try to listen to the sounds beyond whatever is primary. Let's practice a second time. Relax the arms. One more time, a little bit longer. Relax your arms. Stay in that stillness, inner focus. From the top of the head, imagine our ball of energy is red. It's bright and clear. We'll use the breath. Inhale and concentrate it to a pinpoint. Exhale. Let it explode. Wash down over you like a layer of paint. All the way down to cover your feet. It's laying right over your aura, a few inches away from your physical form. Top of the head. Next, orange. Not murky and dark, bright and vibrant. Use the breath, concentrate it, and release it. Surround yourself in orange. Behind you and underneath you. And sealed up. Now yellow. Sunshine yellow. Top of the head. Inhale and release. Green. Top of the head. Use some breath. Surround yourself. No gaps, no wrinkles, no tears. Smooth shade of green. Now blue. Concentrate it, top of the head. Exhale, release and wash it down. Blue. Next color is indigo. Vibrant, bright, alive. From the top of the head. Inhale. Exhale. Feel it wash down around you. Tuck it underneath your feet. Now violet. Top of the head. Inhale. Exhale. Send it down. Purplish pink. Now white. Pure, clear, bright. Top of the head, inhale to a pinpoint. Exhale, feel it release and surround you. And finally, a nice soft pink. Gentle and kind. On the top of the head, surround yourself. Back to the top of the head. With a few breaths, just breathe into this coat of protection, your trust and your love. And then take a moment to express gratitude to yourself. As we bring our attention from the top of the head down between the eyes. And even have the sensation that you're coming down a little bit, realigned into the physical form. And gently out of meditation. Okay. Couple slides to share. Oh, last week's card. I will watch for the 5 great enemies in my consciousness and tag them for what they are when they appear. Anger, greed, lust, undue attachment, and prideful egoism. Gathering information about yourself. There's no defined, no set definition for what these are or what they mean. It's what they mean to you, what you recognize in yourself. I feel some aversion to even calling them enemies. They're aspects of self. it brings to mind, saying 5 great enemies sort of brings to mind like the 7 deadly sins, lust and greed are in those too. But it's, as we're practicing mindfulness, we're not labeling things as good or bad, or enemies or friends. They are just what they are. And we're gathering information. It's more about, how do these serve me, or do they cause disservice to me? Would my life be more harmonious and balanced and at ease without these habits? We did everything. We did it all. I almost forgot to listen in. But it's sort of nice to do it at the end when you have already sort of calmed the mind and maybe noticed that it was different. The final card: watch your pains and pleasures. Maybe it's another column of pains and pleasures, and you just notate. Audley created these cards for students to develop self-awareness, to increase your self-knowing, and to work towards self-improvement. Journal. Do them again while we're on break. Review the ones you like. Review the ones you don't like, especially. And for fun, you are left with symptoms of inner peace, like a tendency to think and act spontaneously rather than from fears based on past experiences. Our aura cleanse will help with that. We're loosening up our fixations, releasing our mental habit patterns. It allows you to act instead of being a reactive being in the world. I like number 10, especially frequent attacks of smiling. A loss of interest in interpreting the actions of others. That is a decrease in assumption making. That is always sort of a highlighted star for me personally. Is we see the world through our own lens of perspective, and it really has little to do with other people. So these will be on the video. You can make note of them later if you want. Or they'll be here. But these are just for fun, but they're also very true. It's that when you notice these things, you are probably feeling more in line with who you really are. I can always be reached at mindfulmountain8@gmail.com. And those are rose rocks from Oklahoma. I believe Oklahoma to be one of the very few places on the planet where rose rocks are formed and can be found. And those are probably my mother's that I inherited and cherish. All right. Any last minute questions? We will reconvene in August, and I will likely offer this 12 weeks of introduction again. Those of you who have done all of it, I will also consider doing an ACOM. Probably not 12 weeks of ACOM, probably just 8. Because it's like learn it and then it's the same. There's not all of these extras in there. But I'll think about that. And we'll get back into doing the open. And I'm also going to consider doing different days for classes and open. Some thoughts kicking around, but enjoy some summer break. Try and stay cool. I'll be enjoying some family time. and traveling.